Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session designed to help the client I was working with to return back to some form of normality after a very, very turbulent time in their life. It involved family members and health issues, and during that turbulent period, they had to be hypervigilant. They had to think about all the things that could go wrong, all the kind of issues that were possible, probable, sometimes even likely, and they had to be in that kind of fight or flight period for almost a year. And I use the metaphor sometimes of plate spinning. You know, sometimes people like to have multiple things happening in their life all at the same time. But with the metaphor of plate spinning, obviously it has this kind of idea that if you're not keeping an eye on all of those spinning plates, something's going to drop and smash. And certainly she could relate to that kind of idea of being in that hyper vigilant state. What was interesting, though, is that she wasn't in that hyper turbulent time anymore, but her brain was still acting as if it was. So she was worrying about fairly average things like being late for an appointment or constantly checking things, partly because her neurology was still acting as if it was this really turbulent time, even though it wasn't. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session are a lot of suggestions about returning to normal. There are metaphors about storms followed by calm waters, winter followed by spring, different chapters of books, to highlight that what was highly useful in one period of her life wasn't actually useful in the present. So, you know, if you imagine, let's say, someone that has to be hypervigilant, imagine a soldier in a war zone. They have to be hypervigilant. They have to think about their safety all the time. If you took that same warrior, that same soldier, and you put them into normal everyday society, what was highly useful in a war zone is completely unuseful in everyday life. Because if you had the same reaction to an unexpected noise in normal life, you're going to look a bit crazy, whereas that same reaction in a war zone could keep you alive. There's also analog representations of stress and anxiety. I use the metaphor of a melting ice sculpture to highlight the slow, gradual process of letting go of certain emotional states. I think this hypnosis session would be highly useful if you've just come out of a very turbulent time. That could be turbulent in your finances, in a relationship. Maybe there was health issues that were crazy for a period of time, and now things aren't that same place. This is the ideal time to get the most out of this hypnosis session, is that you were in a period of turbulence. You're not in that period now, but your body is still acting as if you're in that kind of intense time. This session hopefully will be useful for you, even though it was created for someone else. But if you are struggling with, let's say, hypervigilance or overreactions, or emotions that are not useful in the context, like being angry is very useful in one context, but it's not useful as a general way of dealing with people. So if you are dealing with certain issues like that and you think hypnosis can help, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, this session, although it was created for someone else, may be helpful for you. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation, and as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close and feel a wave of relaxation start to wash over your body. Breathing in that relaxation, exhaling tension, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed with each and every breath. As you breathe in, start to focus on where the sensations of anxiety or stress have been in the past. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine ice sculptures in the exact locations where you've been feeling things related to anxiety or stress. Maybe you could imagine an ice sculpture of a knot right there in your gut. Or maybe something spiky made of ice there, maybe where you've had headaches in the past. And maybe you can imagine something that represents pressure there in the chest made of ice. But I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're breathing in a color that represents warmth. Maybe orange or a bright yellow, a resourceful color of relaxation. And I want you to imagine that with each and every breath of resourceful relaxation that you're breathing in, breath by breath, you're melting away these ice sculptures that represent anxiety and tension. Imagine them just like an icicle on a spring day, just thawing and dripping and melting away. Breathing in and breathing out, and as these representations of stress and anxiety start to melt, I want you to get a sense that life is full of seasons. Not every season is summer. Sometimes in life, there are periods where bad things happen, stressful times, and I want you to imagine that you've just gone through perhaps a winter in your life. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine that what if winter has come to an end and spring is on its way? And some of the things that were needed to survive a winter aren't needed in this new time of spring. So breathe in that warm color of resourceful relaxation and feel that some of those things that were necessary before just aren't necessary now. Feel them melting away. as you now focus on any tension around your eyes, your eyelids, breathe in that warm color of resourceful relaxation and just feel that any tension around your eyes is just melting away. That's it. Breathing in and breathing out, focusing on the muscles in your forehead. And just for a second, increase the tension in the muscles in your forehead. Create an expression like concern or concentration. Breathe in that warm color of relaxation and then just release the tension in your forehead. And feel all of the tension and maybe other tension that was there before is just being released, melting away, taking you to a place of calm and tranquility as that relaxation now spreads down into your jaw, giving you a wonderful feeling of relaxation spreading across your body, down into your neck and your shoulders. Just imagine how it would feel to have tension be released. Tension that was needed is no longer needed. Just feel it melting away, letting go, being released, feeling that relaxation going down all the way into your arms, down into your fingertips. Breathing in, eyelids getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Feeling a wave of relaxation, that's it, going all the way from the top of your head downwards. Feel your heart, lungs, stomach all relaxing. Feel those ice sculptures continue to melt away. Relaxation spreading into your gut, into your legs, all the way down into your toes. And I want you to allow your physical body to stay exactly where it is. But I want you to take your imagination to a different place. I want your imagination to go to a window with a view of the sea. Enjoy looking out into the sea. But also, I want you to imagine a stormy sea. Big winds, big waves, dark waters smashing against the rocks. And what if this represented your unconscious mind's vigilance of the past? To be a captain on stormy seas, you have to be alert, thinking all the time. But I want you to imagine you see the weather change. The harsh winds slow down. The dark, grey clouds get replaced with blue skies. See those big waves get smaller and smaller and smaller. And as the stormy, violent waves get calmer and calmer, feel that equivalent calmness inside you. Just observing what was stormy waves, feeling calmer and calmer. And imagine that you are the captain of the ship of your life, that have gone through stormy waves and stormy weather, but now the weather is different. The waves are now calm waters. And you're still the captain, but you can be a captain in different conditions. This is now the spring coming into the summer. And you can always go back to that vigilant, hyper-aware time whenever you choose to, but right now, you don't need to. So give permission to yourself to let go of the need to control, to anticipate, to think of every scenario and just accept that sometimes life can be easy to navigate. Imagine there was a chapter in your life that was full of drama, but this is now a new chapter. The chapter where you get to be more mindful, more calm and composed, to feel like you're already out the end of a turbulent time. So now imagine staring out of that window on those calm waters as your unconscious mind is open to the idea that you can float on those calm waters, that every wave of the past is now settled beneath you, that as you breathe deeply, you can accept that the stormy clouds of the past are drifting away, and you can enjoy the serene blue skies. Breathe in that warm color of resourceful relaxation, but with each exhale, release the tension of the past and embrace the peace of the present moment. You could imagine a protective bubble around you, ensuring that the chaos cannot re-enter your space. That there, looking out of the window, you can feel the ground beneath your feet, reminding you that you are anchored, safe, and secure. Just like the calm after a storm, you are emerging stronger, clearer, and more refreshed than before. That in every interaction, you can now be present, fully listening, fully engaged, feeling a deep connection with the world around you. As you look ahead, see the future not as a race against time, but as a journey to be savored. And I wonder if you can remind yourself that that frantic vigilance most times does not equal being productive. You can be prepared and calm, and that calm efficiency now becomes how you handle living life and anticipating the future. And of course, you can recognize that hypervigilance was once needed, but now it's time to relax and enjoy that this is a different season, a different chapter, and there can be more like the old version of you, as you can recall a time when maybe there were kids running around and there were lots to do, but you could feel calm and composed. Your mind, your unconscious already knows. You don't need to be stressed and anxious to get things done and to live your life. Because what if the waters of your life now are calm and you can sail smoothly, navigating any challenges with ease, grace, and calmness? And it's natural to think of the past, but even when you think of challenges or memories that could lead to emotions, you can just let them float by like leaves on a gentle stream, not disturbing your calm center. Continue to breathe in that vibrant, warm color as you imagine those ice sculptures continuing to get smaller and smaller as they just melt away. With every task you undertake, with every appointment in the diary, you can approach it with a calm mind and a steady hand, knowing that you are more than capable. You are in control, you are at peace, and right now all is well. Let the rhythmic beat of your heart remind you of the steady, calm pace you can now choose for your life. The captain on a boat on the sea, acting like there's a storm when there is calm waters, doesn't make sense. You can be the captain in the storm when there's actually a storm, but right now, give yourself permission to enjoy the calm waters. When the storm was at its harshest, you were waiting for these calm waters that have now arrived. So give yourself permission to enjoy the calm waters rather than looking for storms where no storms exist. You've weathered the storm, and now the gentle breeze of calm is all you feel. And every morning you can visualize a calm sea, its waters mirroring the tranquility you feel inside. As you trust in the journey, knowing that the destination is not as important as the calm and mindful, composed steps you take each day. And the more you practice the art of mindfulness, the more surprised you will be at how quickly you can get to that place. Because all it really is using your senses, focusing on what you can actually see in the present moment, what you can hear in the present moment, what you can smell or taste or experience in the present moment, the temperature in the present moment, will anchor you firmly in the present as you remind yourself that you deserve peace, relaxation, and calm after every challenge that you faced. Feel that those ice sculptures have melted away. Feel that your mind is now calm waters as you embrace the mantra. In calmness I find strength. In stillness I find clarity. You can enjoy being fully present with the people around you you love and care for. And if you do think about the future, you will imagine seeing yourself like you're someone else, giving you the ability to prepare and anticipate negative outcomes, but not feeling stressed, anxious, or paranoid when you do it. It's just a way to think about the future to avoid problems, not to act as if problems are already there. So breathe in and breathe out and embrace that calmness. Feel that mindfulness. Feel that you can enjoy the spring leading into the summer, and feel that because you can handle the storm means you do deserve to enjoy the calm waters of the present. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling that there you are standing there looking out of the mirror at those calm waters of the sea, and then feel like you can return to your physical body, giving permission to relax. As you return to the present, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel connected to your physical body as that full relaxation, calmness awakens within you, looking forward to feeling like you can return to normal. That's in. Breathing in and breathing out. Very soon I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, and you will awaken feeling like you can bring back the old you, the version of you that wasn't dealing with the storms and the crisis, but that version of you that knows how to live normal life. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake. That's it.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.